The park and pay policy system was a controversial issue about 7 years ago, before a court judgment stopped the Federal Capital Territory Administration from collecting fees from residents for on and off the street parking within the metropolis. Let's hear what Abuja residents have to say.
I think that policy is not the right policy now. And apart from that, some time ago, the courts give an embargo for them to stop this particular policy, just for them to come up again without giving a very tangible reason why the thing is coming and say they have amended the first policy and the rest of the thing. So to me, on my own, I don't think it's a very nice thing to be done right now, because right now the poor people are going to cry, while the rich person is going to be in his AC office enjoying the money from the sweat of the poor ones. So I think the government should rethink again.
I think the park and pay policy is one of the revenue generating income to the federal government. But I think it's good, and it will help the government to generate revenue, one. Then two, it will help the government to reduce the rate of parking on the street.
If you are bringing out a policy that car owners or public cars should pay before the park, or they should pay and park, I don't think it's the right thing to do, because there are no structures put in place for us to do that. And the money you are collecting anyways, what are we using this money for?
Before we talk about park and pay, we could have asked, what purpose are they putting the park and pay? Is it to collect the money to benefit the government only, or to benefit both the masses and the government? So in the era of park and pay must not be all over the whole world or the whole Nigeria. There must be specific places to say, okay, when you park so and so area, you will pay. When you park so and so area, you may not pay.
When you look at the hardship condition of this country, I think it's not possible, it's not good for us. It's not good for the people of FCT, please. They should stop it, please. They should just find a way of getting a tax from people, but not park and pay. Because most of the people that are coming into FCT, they are just, workers, common workers. And when you just introduce another tax on people, I think it's not good for us as for now.
There are a lot of issues that they're supposed to face, security and the rest of the thing. But for you to bring up park and pay policies like robbing Peter to pay Paul, certain set of human beings are going to be there. Already there are a lot of hoodlums that they are using in the name of all these things that are happening in town, running around after people that are selling things in the streets, and now you are bringing a policy of park and pay. I remember some time ago when this policy come up, some people will come in and they will even miss their car, and they will be going out looking left, right and center to know where the car is. And sometimes an armed robber can even use that particular policy, because you don't know, you might be thinking he's one of those people. And a passerby that is passing by might not really know.
When somebody knows that he is paying, he know how to park his car very well. Then second, in fact, some of us are having more than 1 or 2 cars, and all of them, you see them on the street.
If I'm driving a car and you're asking me to pay and park, do you have places marked that I can park properly and my car is secured, that when I come back, I'll meet my car where I parked? Or you're just asking me to pay and park, and you're not providing anything for me, anywhere for me to park. You're not putting the right things in place. If you look at the structures here in Abuja, even where we are standing now, if you see where cars are parking now, they are parking on where cars are supposed to be moving. They are not designated areas for us to park. There's a car park there, we pay 100 naira to park, which is fair and good for me. But if I'm going to a place where there are no designated place for me to park, like what we have here, and you're asking me to park along the road where cars are moving, and you're asking me to pay, I don't think that is right.
So in the era of putting park and pay, we must check and balance. The time of park and pay, is it the era of suffering or is era of abundance? Because in the whole world, there is always up and down in the road of this universe. When you are looking at people are suffering and you say park and pay, there are some people that may enter a place, maybe they call them for a job, but they didn't have 1 naira in them. and he have fuel in the car, and within him, okay, let me rush with my car and go there, and he park, you say pay, he didn't pay, you become a crisis.
They should stop it, please. They should just find a way of getting a tax from people, but not park and pay. Because most of the people that are coming into FCT, they are just, workers, common workers. And when you just introduce another tax on people, I think it's no good for us as for now.
We all heard from our respondents. Let's all do what is right for our country.